Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm going to do a spring 2023 update. There's a lot of times I'll video just small segments of a project that don't amount to enough to be one video. So I just save them. So throughout the last year, I've worked on the KLX, I've worked on the beta, I've worked on the pool, I've worked on the house, I've updated the shop stuff that's gone on. So I'm just going to condense all that into one video, all those topics. But in the meantime, I'd like to say this. I started this YouTube page 10, 12 years ago as just a spot where I could upload our family vacations. So if you go all the way to the beginning, you'll see like 4 or 5 videos of us in Hawaii in like 2009. And before Colby was even born, the KLX pilot. He didn't get the benefit of camping and riding and growing up with his older brother and 2 older sisters. So, I raised all 3 of my older kids riding and camping. You've seen a lot of pictures, you've seen a lot of video if you've been watching my channel for any time. And then in 2014, we sold everything. We sold my truck, we sold the 5th wheel, we sold 6 quads, 4 dirt bikes, and we moved down to Canyon Lake. That ended up being temporary. We were there for 1 year. And then, as you know, I bought my old shop back, and then I came back. When he was 7, even though we couldn't afford it, we were making hardly any money at the time. I said, let's just build a camper. So we spent a couple $100. We bought the frame from Harbor Freight, as many of you know. And that whole series is on this page. There's a playlist if you want to watch them. And we had an incredible time building this camper together. Tons of memories. Camping, building, planning, talking about it. So, and then of course we outgrew it about a year ago. We're both camping and we realized we are just too big for this camper now. And we decided this is it. This is the last time we camp in this thing. So then you saw us buy the used toy hauler, and we've done a ton of work to it to bring it up to speed for us. And we originally were going to build that 4x8 camper just for a year or 2. But then life has a way of changing your priorities. A home became available for us to buy that we could afford. We bought the home. Here we are. Our value on the home increased greatly because of the real estate market jumping up. So we put a pool in the backyard. And then as we were about to buy a camper again, a commercial property became available that I've been looking at since 1999, and we got it. So we put the buying the camper on the back burner for 3 extra years. So we used the 4x8 camper for 5 years. Now where does that leave us today? It's sitting in my yard. You've seen I tried to sell it in the past. I don't know what it is about the demographic that uses a tiny camper, but I had a lot of trouble getting people to do what they said they were going to do. I'll be there in the morning to see it. Can you drive it up to Santa Monica so I could see it? I have no money, but can I still come see it? So I got frustrated and I pulled it off. So it's been sitting now for like another year. I want to know what you guys want me to do with this thing. Do you want me to try to sell it again? Do you want me to do like a giveaway like these other big fandangled YouTubers do? Do you want me to whistle and dee the thing and throw it off a cliff on fire? Do you want me to donate it to somebody that you think could use it? I don't really need to make any money off of it. The value I have in it is sentimental. So I want to do something cool, but I want to know what you guys think. So if you're a subscriber to my channel, can you comment below? Tell me what you want me to do. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and comment below in this video. I'm going to give this some time to run and we'll come revisit this and we'll talk about this because I want to do something cool. So in the meantime, stay tuned for the 2023 spring update with all my projects. And as always, thanks for watching. All right, you guys, September 20th, and got her all cleaned up from dumping her over a few times. Well, it's been a while since I laid it down like that. Here I am again. But I went through it and just did the little minor fixes I needed to do, like retighten the mirrors, straighten this thing, was bent a little bit. Forks were twisted, got those back straight. Fire hydrant worked pretty well though. So as you see here, I'm putting in a sound baffle. The last thing I want to do is restrict any power, of course, with the amount of money I put into this thing, but I just cannot handle how loud this thing is. 2 reasons. Number 1, gives me a headache. Number 2, I'm doing a lot of these weird tight trails through people's, like, back of their properties and stuff. Not on their property, but the trails are just behind their property. And I know a lot of these people up in the woods here do not like it. So if I can make it quieter, I'm gonna. So I put the baffle in there, and I'm just gonna give it a test run tomorrow. I have worn earplugs when I used to race in the past. I had a 03 450, and I would race like at Star West and all these places, and I had to wear earplugs. That thing, I put a White Brothers pipe and exhaust on it, and it was the loudest thing you've ever heard. So I have used earplugs, but I don't want to use earplugs if I'm riding in public or on the street. I want to be able to hear, so I put an earplug on the bike. We'll see how that goes. And then I also mounted my brand new camera mount with the screw so I don't lose it and step on it by the train tracks this time. And then after 6 months of waiting, I got my plates from California, KLX 365R, baby, the one and only. All right, so I've never had to use an air gun to remove a countershaft sprocket, and I'm holding this thing and it's hot. So so I see they've got red thread locker on here. They don't want this thing coming off. So this is one thing I don't like about this bike. This is just an update on my beta that I've had now for a few months. And you know, if you saw the first video, I stinking love this thing. A couple things that I've learned now. So the gearing for me is way too tall. You can even hear in the first video a couple of the times I'm letting the clutch out, and it seems like forever that I'm like I'm in second gear. I don't like it. So this bike, when you buy it brand new, it comes with a 13 tooth, you know, in the box with all the accessories, and the California smog stuff that just seemed to fall off right in the box when I picked it up. It's got a 15 on it. That's full-on enduro, right? That's full-on highway gearing. So I think the rear's a 48. Yeah, most bikes have 48s in the rear. Most Japanese come with a 48. So I'm gonna go 1348 because I like a little more low-end gearing, and we do a lot of these single-track trails up here. And if I had had lower gearing going down that hill, I might have not have gone as fast. Not blaming it on that, but you know, I would have more control. I felt like I was accelerating really fast, and of course it's up to me to pull in the clutch, hit the brakes, and do the right thing. Just came up on me really fast, and but I'm thinking if I had had the lower gearing, it might have made it easier for me to not blast up that lip and then crack my little nuggets. So I'm changing this to a 13 today. That's the first thing I'd like to improve on, is this right here. All right, I've never worked on anything but a Japanese bike in my whole life. And I was relieved to see that this thing was cake to change that sprocket, tighten the chain. The only thing is, you know, Japanese manufacturers have been using a system here on the countershaft sprocket bolt where it kind of locks in place, either with like a tab that bends up or something. I would like to see that. But this is, I did red Loctite it. You saw me impact it a little, hope it didn't hurt the tranny at all. But let's see how this thing works now. I already forgot how to start this thing. Okay, that's not it. There it is. All right, we're just gonna putt around the neighborhood. When I was a kid, I lived in Trabuco Canyon, California on Hamilton Trail. Some of you may know that place. Back then, in the late 70s, early 80s, it wasn't all monopolized with yuppies and mountain bike riders. It was a bunch of scrubby, rough kids riding XR75s and stuff. And the hoodie was the gear of choice. Oh, I can already tell. Oh, I can already tell this thing is way lower geared. Different bike with this gearing, just in that little quarter-mile run. Way more grunt off the bottom, and yeah, I'm gonna really like this. Yeah, this feels more like my 450 used to. Okay, so I missed that. Okay, it takes, on a modern 450, it's like that right off the bottom. But this thing pulls about a quarter way into the throttle really nice. The mid-range is really nice. So I can't believe I didn't change that sprocket sooner, but man, what a difference. So much better. trying to get a motocross feel out of a bike that's street legal. And man, this sucker is it. I'm telling you. I mean, I have not ridden a 2023 KTM or a Husky, and I'm sure I would have been fine with those too. But dang it, this thing is so fun. Uh-oh, my dog's gonna kill the prime guy now. Hey, come here. Come here. What's up, bro? Thank you. Good boy. Gate was open. You were gonna kill that guy. Come on. Thank you. Hey, easy. All right, what'd I get? Good boy. Hey, all right. More GoPro batteries, which is what I need to help shoot these videos for you guys. So, hey, if you like these videos, can you hit the subscribe button and then hit the like button? It actually helps YouTube to promote the video. That way, these will come right to you every time I upload them. Well, as you guys know, been watching my channel at all, you know that I'm a drummer, been a drummer for like 45 years. My love is to play worship music for churches, so here I am getting ready for Easter Sunrise Service 2023. This is a time lapse of me setting up, tuning, and getting ready for that. There's a lot that goes into being a drummer. There's so many things. The placement, the tuning, and all that stuff. So I get ready way ahead of time. Take it away. Over the years, I have learned how to tune a drum. You actually tap the shell of the drum and you get the note in your ear. And then you tune the lugs to that note on the top. And you can tune them a little deeper on the bottom lugs to give it more of like a pew sound. And that's what I do. So here I am just finishing up. I'm going to run it through another test here, just see how it sounds.
House of the Lord, there's joy in the house of the Lord today, and we won't be quiet, and we shout out your place. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place. We won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. There's joy in the house of the Lord today. We won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. There's joy in the house of the Lord. Our God is surely in this place. We won't be quiet. We shout out your praise. Oh, we shout out your praise. We shout out your praise. We shout out your praise.
You enjoying this nice cool weather? You big boy? Yeah, you're a good boy. So he's just looking out over his pride lands, right? Making sure everything's in place, even though he can't see. Just a week ago, it's snowing here. It is now 85 degrees. Absolutely gorgeous day today. But my question is, how hot is it on the inside? Ooh, I could feel the heat just coming out of this thing. Now it gets into the high 90s all summer here. All right, it is 107 in, just went to 108 right there. You can see that inside here. And we are still 20 degrees, 15 to 20 degrees below normal for our summer because it's April. So that means it's going to get in 100, it could be 130 degrees in here. For most of the stuff in here, it doesn't mean anything. It's just hard parts, paperwork, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm leading up to, I got to figure out a way to cool this thing without being hooked to 110. I could run electricity out here and just put in a swamp cooler and run it all the time. But I'd love to figure out a way to get some big old solar panels on top and do some kind of remote swamp cooler in here and just hook it to water and give it a thermostat to come on when it's like 80. So we'll look into that, but I'm putting my drums away from an incredible Easter weekend. All right, so I bought a bunch of these things from my shop back, it's gotta been like 5 years ago. I bought one for a supply cabinet. I like that they're on wheels. I like that they have shelves. Like here's one right here. And I bought one of these for my shop for tire repair supplies like plugs, patches, chemicals, tools. And it worked out great. I bought one, then I bought another one for supplies. This was at my shop and this had the shelves in it. They're just sitting right over there. And I use this for mechanical supplies that the mechanics couldn't keep out in the bay because our old shop was so small. I was able to condense all of that into one in the shop, and I brought this one home because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a coat hanger in here, and then I'm going to take our dirt bike gear bag, one of our dirt bike gear bags, and hang all of our dirt bike gear in here because we only ride 2 wheels here at home. We ride 4 wheels at Glamis, and we need to take our gear with us in a gear bag, or the gear bag I have with the no wheels. So what I do here is set this one up with all of our 2-wheel gear, and that way we can come out in the garage and we can sit down and put our gear on right out of the cabinet and take off riding up into the hills. We come home, strip down, throw it back in there.
He wants to keep Democrats assured that we're not a robot. Okay, so it's clear. Consumer settlement on with amazing 5G coverage. That's not like customer service.
All right, guys, April 15th, and I'm just detrashing my house a little bit. After we got all of our solar put in, I'll talk about that in a sec. I finished this little bed right here where we have some pavers for my, this is the hose I use when I'm out here working, washing down bikes in here, cleaning the pool filter. This is the hose that my kid uses when he's refueling my dog with nice cold water. Right, buddy? How's those eyeballs? Let's take a look. You're doing pretty good. My boy's doing good, going on 4. He's such a good dog. He's so good. So good to all of us. Anyway, so I detrashed this today. I also completely, you know, I got that bin. I've been working on this since I got the bin way back in whatever month, I don't remember. Maybe I'll post it here. Been detrashing my garage, got my wife's shelves all dialed in here, and I've cleaned this place out. And I'm gonna put a swamp cooler in that wall, and I'm gonna put it on a timer. So this garage will always be at about 67, 68 degrees all summer. It'll be super, super awesome. I'm gonna put upduct vents into the attic of the house, so it'll help cool the attic. And actually, when you have those upduct vents, it pulls more air in through the cooler because it's not being pressurized into the garage. And so we're gonna do that here very shortly. I'm gonna video that whole thing, make a big deal about it. So my wife came out and said, what are you doing? You know, I'm cleaning, organizing, putting stuff in the shed. And look how big this garage is. And I said, honey, I'm nesting. I'm nesting in anticipation of something. And we are about, I would say, what is it now? April 15th. We're probably 6 weeks away before I could pull the trigger and get another 4-seater side-by-side. You all know I was crushed when I had to sell my side-by-side to buy the property up there. Guess what time it is? It's time to park something right here. So I've been here now since, I think it was October 2019, 2023. So 4 years now we've been in this home. And I fulfilled a lot of my promises as far as expanding our property. I turned this into a big, huge side yard. We expanded our pad another 70 by like 300 feet. And we're gonna make another pad back here level with the existing pad so that we, at one point, can put a pool back here. We built the pool that we wanted to build. I got the container in there, got more cement done. We have more to do. One of the things that I did here recently was a friend of mine got this solar set up on his house, and I let him go with it for a while. He convinced me it was the way to go, but I let him go with it for a while to make sure, let him be my test bed. And he's like, yeah, no, this is legit, and here's how it works. I didn't want to spend 30 grand buying solar panels, getting a loan, making payments, whatever. Didn't want to do it. So that's why I never went solar. And out here, going solar makes sense. I mean, look at our sky, right? That's all we do is get sun out here. So the friend of mine that I'm talking about found a company that they over retrofit your house, and all they really do to make money is they pull solar electricity and sell it back to the grid. They sell it back to Edison in our case. That's how they make your money. Where the benefit for me comes in is I pay them a lease. I'm leasing this equipment at a fixed payment, and then I never get an electric bill. In fact, if I don't use my allotted allowance, I build up a credit, and at the end of the year, we reconcile. Either I pay Edison what I owe them if I overused my allowance, or they pay me because I didn't use my allowance. Now, in my case, when they came out to set us up, I had 3 extra people living in my home. My son and my daughter-in-law were here. My 20-year-old daughter was here, and we were using the heck out of everything. So they gave us an allowance, and then they give you a margin, like a 20% margin of error. Well, since then, those 3 people have moved, and it's just me, my wife, and my 12-year-old boy. We're never going to hit that allowance. And they took into consideration our nearly $1,000 a month bill in the summer when that pool's running with all the 3 pumps, the AC's going all the time. So our payment now is less than 25% of our maximum bill, and it's less than our minimum bill in the winter. So we are saving thousands of dollars a year. I'm going to put a swamp cooler in right here in this spot. I'm going to put that sucker on a timer so my garage is nice and comfortable. So that's the solar deal we went with. Well, it's September 27th. We've been in here now for 3 months and got the airbags done. See how that doesn't sag anymore? How nice. Yep, now it's ready for a toy hauler. Anyway, things have gone really, really well for us. Our numbers are up. I've hired 2 more employees. We now have 6 guys in the shop and me in the office. And I'm bringing one of those guys in the office with me to handle the constant phone ringing and foot traffic. And what a difference it makes having 2 bodies in there. So I just wanted to update you guys. That's where we're at on September 27th. Look at this classic Toyota right here. We've done a lot of organizing since we've been here, bringing in more and more tire racks for storage. We now have tires upstairs along the floor above the office, all lined up. We now have tires in this container right here. Alright, it's November 1st, the first snow prediction for this week, and we are slammed. These are all the tires we got delivered today that are going on. Just wanted to update you guys. It's been 5 months. What the latest project is, that plumbing truck is right there. The bathroom that is behind the counter in the office is going to get converted into my office. And we're moving the bathroom directly upstairs because the room above the office is identical. And all the pipes share that wall. We just need to go straight up, put it all in the floor, and that's what they're doing in the next 2 days, moving the bathrooms. Anyway, it's freezing cold up here. There is no snow here yet. They're predicting it in the next few days. That is the update 5 months in. Just documenting the season's first real beautiful snow right now. And here in the new shop, just pumping away. Just want to get some footage. It is so beautiful outside. It's coming down. It's been a day since it snowed, so it's kind of melted off, but we're completely packed. And the heater that I had planned on replacing, the new one hasn't come in yet. We ordered it 2 months ago, waiting for the new heater. So we just rigged this heater to work. even though the old tenant stole the remote for it, and he stole the thermostat. So it's working in the shop. We got it set at like 55. It's like 30 outside, and the guys are nice and comfortable. So I'm just getting here. All right, so one more improvement we did was we had rain gutters redone, and they are working great. These rain gutters were so bad that water would fall down here and bounce into the bays, and man, what a nightmare it was. The rain gutters were bad for so long that it actually eroded the concrete here. See how it's a lot more coarse? So this is like 20 years of rain landing here. You could have just fixed the rain gutters, the last guy that was here, right? So it was like $1,600, and they're all fixed. And they're dumping water in the right direction. This one's going downhill here, so, and they look great. And it's raining right now, so that's a good investment. As you see here, have converted, this was the bathroom right here since 1965. And the trouble I had was I hated saying no to customers. No, you can't use the bathroom. And then they're coming back here, and we got money, computers, we've got all kinds of records and notes, people's personal information, we got sales reports. I just didn't like people coming back here. You know, I would be out in the bay working, and I come in here and someone's back here, like hanging out, waiting to use the bathroom. So we put the thing upstairs. These guys came in here, moved the thing, and that was about a month and a half ago. And we've just been so dang busy that I'm just now getting to paint in here. This drab, gross, dirty caveman brown was in my house, and I hated it. So I figure I put a desk somewhere about here, and I sit here, and I can kind of see the front door. My man Tyler can run the show, and then I can back him up from here, or I can run out and help him. But that way here, I'm not putting like my bills here to be paid later, like they can be on my desk, you know, and my personal stuff, my keys, you know, my hat. I have a spot back here where I can hide, basically, where I can sit down, work on bills, payroll, personal stuff, sales, stuff like that. And then I can run up here and help when needed. And it's just going to be so nice. And that's where we're at. The sales have gone nuts. I used to have one guy in the office, me, and 3 guys in the shop, Tyler, Jesse, Jake. And now I have me and Tyler in the office and 5 guys in the shop. And we are just cranking. And I hope it stays this way. It is the busiest time of the year right now. But all right, so this is where we moved the bathroom. This used to be an upstairs business office, the original upstairs business office, because the office we're in now used to be a bay. So I sit right below there, and I get to hear everything that happens up here. I haven't finished. I gotta get that. Hang on. I haven't quite finished the painting and all the finished stuff working here, but we got some lockers, some storage. We have a little heater up here because there's pipes up here and there's no heater, and we keep it set at the lowest setting, and it just does a great job. So this is the bathroom, and we're gonna get it all fixed up and clean, looking like the office. All right, you guys, this is my office now. I sit here and got my desk and got my paperwork, got my printer over there, phone, and all my stuff over there. Got some filing cabinets and some auto parts for one of my own cars. And it's working out really good. I ended up putting these blinds in here because these windows would reflect off my screen. But I got these blinds, threw them in here, got a supply cabinet here. And let's look at the front. So see, I'm sitting here and I can just see people coming in when I need to, and I get up and help them here, come to the front of the shop and take care of biz. And then my main man sits here, handles 90% of it, and I back him up, and then I cover him when he's off, like today. And it's worked out really good. You know, this place was a dive. It was disgusting. It stunk, and we just tried to maximize the space the best we can, keep stuff organized, and it's worked out great. So the office is working. There's some funky storm right in front of our house where
It's snowing.
it's snowing all over there, and it's just...
The lights just flickered.
awesome. This is absolutely crazy. We got heavy snow.
Powdery.
We got thunder and lightning.
Oh,
Look at that.
That's powder. That's not even wet.
It's crazy, huh, Mama?
It's beautiful.
So we're sitting here and we're hearing. We weren't hearing that. We're hearing thunder.
Like and subscribe.